YouTube faithful, what's going on? It's Captain Crush. I'm recording live from Las Vegas. Again, I'm still here playing the WSOP tournaments. I appreciate everyone's patience. I'm still rolling out videos Monday through Friday. Please smash that like button. It really helps your boy out. It gets these videos out. I'm 3 hours behind my normal time zone, and I'm still trying to get these out as early as I can. So with that in mind, we have a bunch of MLB games to discuss today. There's one WNBA game. We're going to look at it all. We got ParlayPlay. They've given us Zach Wheeler with a boost right out of the gate, baby. We are taking it. So I am going to break all this down. If you're not already subscribed, smash the subscribe button along with the like button, and let's get in the mix together. I cover MLB, NFL, NBA, WNBA, and a splash of PGA whenever necessary, especially the majors, and I do it all with class, style, analytics, and a splash of humor for the boys and girls that tune in. Now, without further ado, let's break this puppy down. Right off the rip, we got Zach Wheeler boosted at 5.5 strikeouts. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, you don't know yet, but I have a data model called Crushed Bats, which has hitters and pitchers. This side you're looking at is pitchers. I built it from the ground up to help me give probabilities on what my plays are going to be for that day. As you can see here, I got Zach Wheeler versus the Chicago Cubs. If you remember a couple days back, we took Mackenzie Gore. He cashed. We took Scooble. He cashed 6. He hooked 7. It is what it is. Flirty yesterday went berserk against the Cubs, which is hilarious. I mean, it doesn't that crack you up. That's why I don't put too much weight in pitchers, other pitchers doing well in certain spots, because guys, that's just outlier anomalies. It's gonna happen. It doesn't matter if we have an 80% chance of something to cash. That 20% time can show up whenever it wants and chalk you straight to hell. So never forget it. So what we're looking at here is Crushed Bats, the pitcher side. That we could see I got all the books showing you his lines. It's -150 to go over 6.5, which is heavily juiced. His hits allowed is juiced under at 4.5. His earned runs is juiced over heavy, which I will talk about. I actually like his earned runs. His walks is juiced over 1.5, and his outs is 18.5 juiced under. Okay, so all the Vegas odds are factored in for you. Then I have the matchup part for you where I give you a brief analysis. All this stuff is running behind the scenes. The Cubs strike out less than the league average, and they actually get more hits than the league average. And then I give you a brief summary right here. They're harder to strike out, and they're more likely to get hits. Long story short, the matchup ain't good, Chief. It just isn't. So we have to keep that in mind when we're taking things. That means Goblin Demons, what are we going to do? We're going to look. We got the last 5 here, the last 10, head-to-heads. You could see last year he got 18 outs, 7 Ks, 2 runs, and 5 hits and 2 walks. That's vintage Wheeler. His last 10, 6, 8, 6, 8, 9, 7, 9, 13, 3, and 7. Look at all the earned runs he's given up. 6, 0, 0, 0, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5. Couple of hits, couple of walks, but look at these pitching outs. My, oh my. And then this part right here, which I don't talk about enough, is the trends tool. So what I want to show you is this. So we'll uncheck all the boxes, then we're going to click strikeouts, okay? So we're trying to figure out where his next likely outcome will be. So you could see he started at 9, then he went down to 8, then he went down here all the way to 6, then he bounced back up to 8, then he fell flat back down to 6. So what would the next likelihood be? Well, a bounce back, him going up. He should get around 7 or 8 today following his trend chart, okay? And then if you look at his earned runs, you can see that it starts here at 2, goes down, down, down here, and then skyrockets up here all the way to 6. We know that's coming back down, okay? And these intersect because he had 6 Ks and 6 earned runs. Obviously, less Ks is going to mean more earned runs for a guy like Zach Wheeler. So that is what you can play around with, etc. You can do all that there. That tool is there for you guys. And the recent performance and everything else there. Now, I have everything plugged in here. So now here's where the magic happens. You plug in the prop lines, which this is going to be the consensus prop lines already filled in for you. I'm on desktop. It also works on mobile. It's a little bit different on mobile. I still have to optimize it a little bit better, but it does work. Okay. And if we do it at 6.5, we can get that. But I actually want to look at it at 5.5. Okay. So then we click Crush It, which I did, and then it's going to simulate this game 10,000 times, folks. 10,000 times in a blink, covering 50 different data points that I have programmed this to look for. I myself built this, so I know exactly how it works. I'm very happy with it. It's making me a lot of coin. It's helping out my Discord, helping them learn. So here we go. In 10,000 simulations, he got 7.8 Ks, 2.4 earned runs, 5 hits allowed, 1.7 walks. He pitched 18 outs for 6 innings, okay? Now you can see the probability here. This is the most important. This is just the average of what came up in those 10,000 games, okay? the average. So on average, in 10,000 games, he ended up with 7.8 Ks. The probability of him landing over 5.5 Ks in the simulation is 78%. Earned runs, 68%. Hits allowed, 56%. Walks, 49%. So then I give you the recommendation. We take more at 5.5, more earned runs, more hits allowed, and then there's no value on the walks. But here's the thing with the hits allowed. 56%, even though it's saying take more, it says take more because you're still going to win more often than not. 44% of the time where you're going to chalk. We can safely avoid that because there's way more value here. Strikeouts, earned runs. Okay, 68% of the time he's getting over he's going over 1.5 earned runs. That's mint. 78% of the time over 5.5 Ks. The weather and everything else is accounted for. The wind speed, the direction of it's coming in, the ballpark they're playing in, all of that stuff is accounted for. And I wanted you guys to see this. So you could see 78%, you could see the graph. It's literally the strikeouts, then the runs, then the hits, then the walks. We just want to take the strikeouts and the runs. Now, if we go over here to PrizePicks, you could see his earned runs is probably a goblin. Yes. What does it pay? If we pair it with any random 2 squares, it would pay 3x actually. Holy smokes, can I finally play in Las Vegas? Let's see. I might be able to put in a lineup, boys. All right, so if I took Wheeler 1.5 earned runs and Sale at 5.5, it's showing that it would pay almost 2x, 1.9, 3x first place for the skill bonus. I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming that's something with the arena state, but last time it wouldn't even let me do anything. I'm going to see if it lets me put in a lineup here. If it does, party on, baby, because we're going to be making lineups on PrizePicks and Caesars all night, and there it is. We're not getting to get to. Scratch it, chalk the party. We were going to have one, but they won't let Old Crush do it here in fabulous Las Vegas, so I got to stick to Caesars, which has its ups and downs. I've been taking straight bets and crushing, and that has been good. So if I put out my prop list, which I put in my Discord, put out 4 to 5 plays, sometimes 7. If I go 6-1 or 5-1, I make a lot of coin, even when I go 4-2. But that's a conversation for another day. So you can take Wheeler's earned runs at 1.5, but honestly, guys, I think the optimal move is just the 5.5 Ks. All right. And then if you paired it with Sale at 5.5, you can see it's only 1.4x. Not a good payout at all because these are very likely to hit. So it's good that we take the boost on ParlayPlay. Forget PrizePicks today. We're getting boosted on Zach Wheeler over here on ParlayPlay. They also have my boy Chris Sale boosted at 6.5, and we are going to run Chris Sale. I don't like the matchup for Chris Sale, but he has been so elite that I will think that you can take him at 5.5 and 6.5. I will talk about it now. I want to tell you how to get into my Discord, which is where you can get access to crushed bats. If you go to CaptainCrush.net and you watch this little video, it explains the model, explains how my Discord works. I've had a lot of new signups lately because of the model, and it's perfect. You guys can see what it does for yourself. It's $24.99 a month to get in right now. Once the hitter side is up, it does go to $34.99, but if you are signed up before then, you will have grandfathered access in at that price point, and I have a summer special for you guys right now. You can come join the winning team. I use data models. I'm not about just selling picks because I think that is lame of lame. I'm actually a data model guy. I've built the best models in the industry in my humble opinion. I teach you how to use them, and I make all my picks and plays from that. And when I'm in town Monday through Friday, I do daily live streams for 2 to 3 hours. I analyze your slips. I teach you the sauce, and we have a good time and sweat our slips together. Now, yes, I am out of town until Saturday, but even while I'm on the road, I'm still doing the content. I still put out a daily prop list for everybody each and every day with full analysis. As you can see right here, this is kind of what they look like, okay? I will give you the play, the probability, tell you why I'm going it. I show you the risks every day. This is posted here, a bunch of them, at least 4, sometimes 7 or 8, little less while I'm on vacation. You'll also get my slips directly while I'm here. Yesterday, I posted this. This one cashed. Unfortunately, this one didn't because I took the Yankees because Wanna promised me the Yanks were going to win. He promised me. I trusted you, but it's okay. I couldn't care less. That's gambling. It was a good bet. Rodon sold. They sold. The Yankees were in shambles. It is what it is. In addition to that, you get the general chat where you can come and hang out. Everybody talks, post slips, we analyze, we discuss what's good and what's bad. We hang out, we sweat our lineups, we have a good community. We have a couple of knuckleheads, but that's to be expected, guys. It's in any community, and if you join my community and cause problems, you're gonna be banned. I'm not interested in you coming into my house and bringing in nonsense, strife, and division. I just had to ban somebody that had only been there for 3 days because he came in and started causing ruckus, just talking smack, acting like he was somebody important, and we had to let him know real quick he's a guest in our home. So $24.99 month to month. I got the 3-month special right now. Summer package, $60. You'll get all my data models, access to crushed bats, my slips, my playlists, the live stream access, and more. This is the Nutter Butter price. You are getting an amazing deal. And the hitter side of crushed bats, which is going to talk about home run equity, RBI hits, is coming soon. So stay tuned. It'll be out by the end of June. Take it to the bank. So that's CaptainCrush.net. I hope to see you guys there. So we're on ParlayPlay. If you sign up with ParlayPlay, you can use code CRUSH, get 30 days in my Discord free to try it out first. I've already sent out last night alone. I checked my email, sent out 10 new free trials. All you guys should be in the mix. Follow the instructions. Again, that's code CRUSH, and that applies for Chalkboard, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and Underdog. Now let's look at Chris Sale via crushed bats and get this party started. I will say this on ParlayPlay, since Sale and Wheeler are both discounts, you're going to have to use the 5.5 first with another leg and then go back and make the Sale and Wheeler combo. You can't pair them together because they're boosts. And if you did like Sale at 6.5 and then let's say Wheeler at 5.5 here, it will block you because it's a boost, meaning you have to use it first. And then if you did 4.5, it's only 1.58x. You'd have to add another leg. But if you did 1.5 earned run, well, ParlayPlay doesn't have earned runs yet, so you can't even do that. You'd have to look at his pitching outs or his fantasy score, which I don't want any of that. You just have to take the strikeouts. So in this case, it may be PrizePicks, but we're going to talk about somebody else too. Next is going to be Kikuchi. But first, we're going to go to Sale. We're going to go back. This is Crushed Bats. We're going to go back. Being a gold member automatically grants you access to this tool. Okay, there's a how-to video posted in the Discord under server rules. So here you go, Kikuchi. We're looking at his walks, 2.5. It's a demon on PrizePicks, and here's why. It's heavily juiced under. You can see they don't strike out a lot. They also are likely to get hits. Let's take a look at his walks, guys. Last 5 starts. 2, 4, 4, 5, 5. This guy walks people and he intentionally walks people. 5, 5, 4, 4, 2. His floor is pretty much 2, y'all. So you better believe that I'm getting exposure to this. Now let's look at 1.5. I think his 1.5 might have been a demon. I'm not sure. We'll have to look. And here we go. So we're looking at Kikuchi. You can see 5.5 Ks. There's no value. Under 2.5 earned runs. 2.5 earned runs, you'd want to be looking at the under because he only goes over 2.5, 30%. But I'm not going to take that. I don't want to sweat it. I'm just going for the walks. Hits allowed, 50-50 fade, but look at the walks, 1.5, 81%. Papa, we are in the mix. Always look at the recommendation, and even though it says take less, yes, because you'd be taking less at 2.5 because look at it. It's only going over 30% of the time, but we don't want to deal with that. I'm just going for the walks, okay? 81%. We have the weather conditions, reducing earned runs and hits by 3% with the weather going there right now. I know I said we were going to look at Sale, but we went to Kikuchi first. So here we go with Kikuchi, 1.5 walks. It's 81%. Now, if we bump it up to 2.5, you can see it's 61%, and that is going to pay you plus money. So if we go back over here to PrizePicks and we look at the walks, it's 1.5, 2.5 is a demon, 3.5 so forth, 1.5 is a goblin. 1.5 is for sure the move. If you have a strong risk tolerance, you can take 2.5, but these 3 gents right here would pay you 1.9x. This would be like your 2-man double, your 3-man 2x double up for the day. But if you did want to take that demon, it's going to pump you all the way up to 3x. So if you took these 3, you'd be getting 3x if you powered it. But honestly, with PrizePicks' new payouts, now you could just do this and get 2x. I don't recommend that. I think you'd have to go here. But again, I don't recommend taking 3 legs to get 3x. I just don't, especially when one of them's a demon. So let's see what they got Kikuchi at over here. 1.5. Do they have 2.5 on ParlayPlay? Of course they do. And it's a juicy payout. 1.5 is 1.3. So if we did that, if we just did Sale and Kikuchi here, we're getting 1.9x. There we go. That is the 2-man. See, I think that's optimal right there. Or you could swap out Sale for Wheeler. Remember, I can't put these in right now because I'm in Vegas, but I will be putting these in via Caesars. You can see Wheeler and Kikuchi only pays 1.8x. So you're going to have to play around with it, mix and match it up, and see what you can get. Now, Kikuchi happens to be on my Dub Club playlist today, and I'm going to show you why, okay? Taking Kikuchi is a strong play driven by Kikuchi's high 4.2 base on balls and 2.2 base on balls start, clearing 1.5 and 6 of 10 starts, 60%, and all 4 recent starts, 3 to 5 each, with a 16% base on balls rate. BB equals walks, folks. The Athletic 7% base on ball rate versus lefties, while below average, still supports a 65% probability via crushed bats, but his historical performances are definitely inflating the simulations. Anytime we take a walk prop, we know the risks. Umpires can sell. And then I posted the risks for you. The Athletics' aggressive approach, potentially reducing walks through early swings, his historical 2.5 base on balls indicating possible command recovery, and a short outing in a hitter-friendly park limiting plate appearances, not to mention a stupid umpire that may have a ridiculous K-zone. Now, when I wrote this up, it was early in the morning, but there's still some things there. So being in my dub club will give you access to all of that and the plays early. And then I do go over one or two of them on the YouTube and sometimes add or mix around things that aren't there so people are incentivized to watch. So that's my analysis on Kikuchi. Take it or fade it. It's up to you. Now let's run Chris Sale and we are going to get out of here, folks. Now you can see Chris Sale, it's not a good matchup. I hate this matchup for him. They strike out just a little bit less than the league average and they also don't get hits, but I just don't like the Brewers. But look, 10-8, 6-8-8. The Brewers are going down today because Sale is getting 6 to 7 Ks. I'm going to set the line for 6.5. I'm going to crush it. And right off the rip, look at this. It's green bean Hollywood style, 63%, 58, 68, 61. All the green. It's take more on everything. 1.5 walks, 4.5 hits allowed, 1.5 earned runs, and strikeouts. But which is the best one, chat? Well, you could go right here to his hits allowed if you want, but me personally, I'm just going to take 6.5 Ks, and I'm going to be even more conservative and bump it down to 5.5, and it's at 75%. So for me, on Caesar's book today, I will be taking Chris Sale to get at least 6 strikeouts, and I will be nuking it. I'm probably going to have to pay $1,000 just to win 300, but you know what? I will do it, and I will take it, because he's getting 6 Ks, and they're going to have to pay me my bread. 75% chance he goes over 5.5. You can play with this all you want. You can make it 6.5, 62%. And then if you put it at 7.5, you can see it goes all the way down to 51%. Still good. You're still winning 51% of the time, but 49% of the time you are chalk, and 49% is a very large number. So folks, in a nutshell, those are the 3 pitchers I like for the YouTube today. Sale, Wheeler, Kikuchi. I've given you the reasons why. We went over crushed bats. Let's look at WNBA real quick and see if there's anything. And as far as the hitters go, I'm not really talking about hitters too much right now because I'm waiting for my model to finish, but I do take them time to time. Yesterday I took Taylor Ward, absolutely dealt. And then for those of you that are into the WNBA, guys, just go into the Discord, Captain's Daily News, bang, WNBA model. But there we go. Veronica Burton, 12 points, projected for 10.8. There we go. So that would be a move right there. Burton under 12. She's projected for 10. Obviously, she's been dealing 14, 16, 21. Everybody loves her, whatever. I would be taking less. Don't care. If she sells, she sells. But honestly, guys, I'm most likely fading WNBA because I'm not as plugged into WNBA because I've been on the road. I haven't been watching the games, which I feel like you need to watch the games to get a good idea. It's good if you have the eye test plus the data models. That is when you can actually crush. Now, let's see if there's any hitters real quick. Maybe Lawrence Butler at 6.5 hitter fantasy score. Ride the wagon till you're forced off. I would say that's probably it. Guys, short and sweet video today. It's actually probably longer than I wanted it to be, but go ahead, CaptainCrush.net. Make sure you get in before this expires because it will be going up. And if you lock in now, you're grandfathered into $25 a month. I also have that summer special. Come check out Crushed Bats. It's amazing, guys. I'm telling you, ask them in the comments. It's an elite tool. You're not going to win every day no matter what. No matter what the probabilities are, no matter what happens, you cannot win every day. If it was that simple, we would all be millionaires and the books would be out of business. So keep a level head, bet responsibly. Good luck in all your contests. Here is the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.